Hey everybody, it's Matt Stark with Windermere. Right now it's the end of September, early October, and I just wanted to share some information with you about where we're at in the market through the month of September here, and maybe just some thoughts about where we're going here as we get into the fall. So I think one of the biggest positives right now that we saw over the month of September was that the Fed finally did an interest rate decrease here. So they dropped the rate a 1/4 percentage point. A lot of the times, though, that takes a little bit of time to just trickle into the market here. So, what we're seeing is that a lot of buyers right now are updating those pre-approvals, really figuring out where the budgets are and what that affordability difference could be with these new rates. But even better is that, the Fed dropped a 1/4 percent, but actual mortgage rates have come down much further. So they've dropped about a 1/2 point here just in the last 30 days, which is typical because mortgages are priced based on not just this rate decrease, but potential future rate decreases as well. So that's just going to add even more momentum to the market as we get into the fall here. So with all that being said, inventory has stayed relatively consistent. We started August with about 1,600 homes for sale. We ended August with 1,661 homes for sale. And then we ended September with about 1,634. So really kind of flat inventory here over the last 60 days. Eventually that is going to start to decrease as we get into the later part of the year here. There will be a lot of sellers that sell. There will be some sellers that decrease their price and sell. And then there's going to be another group that could potentially withdraw from the market, maybe look at reselling the home next year or maybe in the spring, which is pretty typical. So, really right now, inventory is remaining relatively flat. I mean, we're still just hovering right around 1,600 homes for sale. That will start to go down, though, as we get a little bit later into the fall, a little bit later into the year. There's a lot of homes that are going to sell that are still on the market right now. There's also some that may consider doing a further price reduction to just get aggressive and get it sold before the end of the year. But there's also going to be some sellers that will withdraw from the market and potentially look at relisting here next year. All that being said, though, for sellers, there is still, I think, a really good opportunity with rates coming down to just, achieve a good price and get the property sold in a reasonable amount of time. But for buyers here, especially too, there's a good opportunity right now to come in at lower interest rates and kind of cherry pick some of these nicer properties that are still on the market right now and are pretty attractively priced. So hopefully that gives you some good information. If there's any questions that you have about your property, just feel free to reach out. Always happy to just have a conversation and see what I can do to help.